2011 was full of awesome and catastrophic events for the Catholic Church, especially in the Philippines. We will now look back to what happened for the past year and what would be our hopes and expectations for 2012.
Hello and welcome to Checkpoint, where every issue is inspected and put under scrutiny. After 12 months of events, the calendar is in the threshold of turning it to a new year. But before we do that, let us glance back to the important events that transpired in the outgoing year.
2011 was a year full of events, both awestruck and trending. Every 9th of January, millions of devotees flocked to Translacion of the image of the Black Nazarene, an image of Christ carrying the Holy Cross. Every devotee risks his life and limb just to get near the rope that pulls the image of God who became man out of immense love. By the last week of January, the University of Santo Tomas celebrated its quadricentennial year. The Masians have witnessed a lot of events in their campus, including the international conferences of the Universities of St. Thomas Aquinas, or ICUSTA, and the quadricentennial Mass presided by the Papal Legate, Cardinal Brokolevsky, prefect of the Congregation for Catholic Education.
Now we gather all our memories and bless the yesteryear.
In February, a pro-life rally was organized at the PICC grounds. However, except for Radio Veritas, a Catholic radio station in Metro Manila, no media network covered this event. So, then Manila Archbishop, now Archbishop Emeritus Gaudentio Cardinal Rosales, organized a so-called grandmother of all pro-life rallies, dubbed as Filipinos Unite, Under God, for Life, last March 25, the Feast of the Annunciation. We were there alongside our sister organization, Filipinos for Life, the group behind I Oppose the RH Bill on Facebook. And as expected, the three Titan networks and other secular media sent their reporters to the Carino Grandstand. They estimated about 40,000 in attendance, but in actuality, about 100 to 200,000 were in attendance. But before that, on March 9, Ash Wednesday, UST attempted to break the Guinness World Record on the largest human cross. The agency reported 13,266 Damasians, students, professors, administrators, seminarians, forming a large black and white Dominican cross, though there were about 20,000 in formation for 15 minutes. They have also prayed the Oratio Imperata for the respect of all human life to voice out their stand against the reproductive health bill. In April 30, the Diocese of Parañaque Commission on Youth organized Takbo para kay Cristo Year 2, I Choose Life, at the Alabang Town Center with a racetrack inside Ayala Alabang Village in Muntinlupa City. The event was graced by Parañaque's Ordinary, Most Reverend Jesse Mercado, Parañaque Representative Roy Lugoles, and former Manila Mayor Lito Atienza.
All that you say is what you do. All that you promised, you're seeing through.
Auctoritate nostra apostolica, facultatem facimus, ut venerabilis servus Dei, Johannes Paulus secundus Papa, beati nomine postrum appelletur, iusque festum dia altera et 20 Octobris in locis et modis iuris statutis quotanis celebrare possit, in nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
The next day, the Church beatified Pope John Paul II at the Vatican, and the ceremonies were led by his immediate successor, Pope Benedict XVI. Millions of pilgrims flocked St. Peter's Square and nearby streets to witness this historic event. All that the Church needs to canonize JP2 is another miracle attributed to him. Other events were the installation of Sviatoslav Shevchuk as primate or major archbishop of the Ukrainian Greek Catholic Church, the largest Eastern Rite Catholic community loyal to the Pope. June was the month where Milo Hubert Vergara was appointed Bishop of Pasig after 6 months of vacancy in the said diocese. It was also when the Pajero Bishop's controversy arose. Online and overrated reaction by neo-atheists and anti-theist individuals broke loose. By July 11 to 15, Radio Veritas went off air to transfer their transmitter from Malolos, Bulacan to Bulacan, Bulacan. Coincidentally, anti-church sentiments on the internet spread like wildfire. Also in July, pro-lifers at the University of the Philippines made a silent protest around their campus and faced a larger and more dominant pro-RH demonstration. At the same time, another pro-life rally was organized at Pagadian City with 8,000 in attendance. On July 20, in celebration of the anniversary of Humane Vitae, an encyclical penned by Pope Paul VI, the CVCP organized a Humane Vitae Week simultaneous symposium at the Adamson University for the laity and at UST for the students and the youth. On July 25, the CVCP Episcopal Commission on Youth celebrated its 25th anniversary. Prior to this, the Commission declared December 16, 2010 to December 16, 2011 as Year of the Youth. August was where Medeo Cruz exhibited his rather unchristian artwork, Politeísmo, at the Cultural Center of the Philippines. This was also the topic for the pilot episode of Checkpoint.
Hello at welcome po sa Checkpoint, where every issue is inspected and put under scrutiny. Ako po si Ian Rinion at andito tayo sa loob ng campus ng University of Santo Tomas upang hingaan ng reaksyon ng ilan sa mga Tomasino ukol sa kakasarapalang at patuloy na pinag-uusapang art exhibit CCP.
The World Youth Day was also held in August. Its theme was Planted and Rooted in Jesus Christ, Firm in the Faith. Millions of Catholic youth attended the biennial meet, which was graced by Benedict XVI. In August 15, Archbishop Giuseppe Pinto was appointed Apostolic Nuncio to the Philippines, in replacement to Archbishop Edward Adams, who was appointed Apostolic Nuncio to Greece. New shepherds of local churches were also appointed by the Holy Father. Archbishop Jose Palma was appointed to Shepherd Cebu in replacement to Ricardo Cardinal Vidal, and Jose Bantolo was appointed Bishop of Masbate after a long vacancy. October was dubbed as the month of the Holy Rosary, and true enough, the Family Rosary Crusade launched the A Million Roses for the World campaign at USD last October 8.
Dream of a world at prayer, a world at peace in love with God.
The next day was the grand procession of Our Lady of the Most Holy Rosary, La Naval de Manila, with the theme, Ina ni Cristo, Ina ng Buhay. Prior to the procession, heavy rains poured over Metro Manila, but when the Virgin left her shrine, the rain stopped, and when she returned inside, drizzling resumed. The prayer to the Virgin was led by Senator Tito Soto, one of the legislators in both houses of Congress who advocate the dignity and worth of human life. On October 13, the Pope accepted the retirement letter Manila Archbishop Gaudencio Cardinal Rosales wrote last 2007 and appointed a successor to the primary see in the Philippines, then Imus Bishop Luis Antonio Tagle. It was also in October that the Peace Conference in Assisi took place. It was the third of its kind, the first two initiated by Blessed John Paul II. Vatican said it was a mere renewal of commitment to peace among religious leaders, yet ultra-traditionalists like the Society of St. Pius X or SSPX have dissident opinions. Earlier this year, they were offered by the Vatican some articles about their common stand on tradition and the liturgy, yet they rejected it. Back home, in Davao City, the Archbishop of Davao, Fernando Capalla, made moves in promoting the beauty of the liturgy without compromising their loyalty to the Holy See. The Archbishop organized a seminar on the liturgy, which some SSPX priests in Davao intruded. In the wake of this event, a series of written correspondences were exchanged by the SSPX chapter in Davao and the prelate. By November, the National Youth Day was celebrated on 6 festival sites around Metro Manila, which culminated at the Cuneta Astrodome for Holy Mass and the Grand Festival Night. It was also the month where the Kerygma Conference was held. The said Catholic Inspirational Meet was organized by the Light of Jesus community under the leadership of Brother Bo Sanchez. In December 1, Tandag Bishop Nereo Odjimar's presidency at the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines ended, and that of Cebu Archbishop Jose Palmas began. Archbishop Palma will serve a 2-year term as CBCP president. His vice president is Lingayen Dagupan Archbishop Socrates Villegas. The CBCP also made their own AIDS Awareness Day that would complement World AIDS Day declared by the World Health Organization every December 1. It is called National AIDS Sunday, which would be the first Sunday of December. It is launched at USD on December 3 this year by the chairman of the CBCP National Secretariat for Social Action, Justice, and Peace, Manila Auxiliary Bishop Roderick Pabilio. On December 6 to 7, the original image of the Nuestra Señora de Santissimo Rosario, La Naval de Manila, visited the University of Santo Tomas for an overnight vigil. UST became the Virgin's home during the Second World War when the old Santo Domingo Church in Intramuros was destroyed by Japanese bombs. She also visited the campus in 1993. But December 9 to 11, the National Marian Pilgrimage was conducted by Soldiers of Christ Catholic Charismatic Community, which culminated at the Carino Grandstand. the said group renewed their commitment in preserving the sanctity of life, marriage, and human sexuality. December 12, 2011 was the 10th anniversary of Luis Antonio Tagle's ordination as Bishop of Imus. Coincidentally, it was also the day of his formal installation as Archbishop of Manila. The canonical procession was attended by Caviteños sending off their Bishop Chito to the See of Manila, among other guests within the Manila Ecclesiastical Province. He is the 32nd to serve as Archbishop of Manila, de facto primate of the Philippines.
We are never too young to come as one and to make us test.
In December 15, the CBCP-ECY formally closed the Year of the Youth by a Eucharistic celebration at the Manila Cathedral.
We are never too young to come as one. We can make the stand.
There were also other events that transpired this year that caught the attention of every Filipino Catholic. The imminent canonization of Blessed Pedro Calungsod, the murder of Father Fausto Tentorio, the Filipino girl who was born as the world's 7 billionth baby, the earthquake and tsunami in Japan, and the typhoons Pedring, Kiel, and Sendong. At this point, we ask the Blessed Mother to intercede to us to the Lord that 2012 would be a rebirth and re-evangelization of the faithful in the year of faith declared by the Vicar of Christ. As we face another year ahead, let us always remember that in everything we come to cross with, God is always and will be with us. This is the reason why He chose to become man like us, except for sin. In behalf of everyone behind 100% Katolikong Pinoy and Checkpoint, I'm Ian Rignon. Until the next shift, and have a happy and blessed New Year.
Please check out our Facebook page and our Twitter and YouTube accounts. You may also check our website. It's catolicompinoy.org.